Hey y'all, it is Talk Safety to Me, Safety Talk with Apostle Erica Monet Glenn, day 19. Day 19 of the Safety Talk. So, it's beautiful out here. So, this talk we're going to have today is going to be about relationships, you guys. Look here. Who you're with means so much. So, because I already know my husband's a shooter, so the shooting in the background you hear as well. You know, you gotta have practice. You gotta have practice, right? Amen, amen. Thank God for the sound effects. But anyways, you guys got to be mindful of who you're courting and who you're allowed to court you. Because as we know, those of you under the sound of my voice that are believers, that serve God, you know how God sees marriage, how God sees covenant. And if you with the wrong person, you can understand why your life looks the way it looks, okay? Because many of us, we know what it's like to be with a narcissist, okay? We know what it's like to see our lives just fall apart after we come in connection with that person, okay? So again, be mindful who you allow to court you and who you decide to court. Make sure you pray about it and fast about it. Do not ignore the red flags, you guys. Y'all hear that? That's confirmation. Shots fired. Amen. So if you feel offended by what I just said, that's a shot towards you. So I need y'all to be mindful about who you court and who you allow to court you, okay? Because again, a lot of y'all looking real foolish out in these streets. And I want no parts of it, okay? A lot of you use the excuse, well, he or she made me do this. Look here. God gives everyone a free will. You decided to stay in a relationship. You decided to allow that person to hit you upside your head. There's so many people in the grave right now that wish they would have left that domestic violence. They would have left that relationship. And some of the people in the graves, and some of you under the sound of my voice, have the audacity to tell a man and a woman to remain in an abusive relationship. What the hell is wrong with you? As an apostle that God has chosen, ordained and risen up for such a time as this, I would never tell a person to stay in an abusive relationship. Never. So if you are a senior leader and you call yourself a minister, we are not the same. I'm disappointed in you. I am highly disappointed in you. Okay? Because as shepherds, we're supposed to protect the sheep, not tell them to stay in something that's detrimental and God forbid that takes their life. It's people in the grave, guess what? That blood is on y'all hands. You're just as guilty as the abuser. I think an ant trying to kiss me, y'all. But you're just as guilty as the abuser. Confirmation. So again, be mindful who you're with, because again, the conversation I'm having with you, I don't want you to be the one in a hospital bed or in a grave because you refuse to leave that relationship. Or are you the abuser? You think it's okay, whether you're female or male, you think it's okay to put your hands on someone else's child. Because you have anger issues, because you refuse to go to therapy, because you refuse to deal with the person in the mirror. It's always somebody else's fault but yours. You're a narcissist. And you have to, and if you're a narcissist, that means you gaslight. You always try to turn something, when someone's telling you about yourself, telling you that you did something that offended them or bothered them, guess what? You tend to turn things around and say you're the victim. Or you try to justify it with your actions based on, well, if you didn't do this, I would have did this. That's a narcissist. Look it up. And one of the things I've learned, because again, some of y'all don't know this, but in college I did take psychology classes, okay? One of the things I've learned about narcissists, you can't reason with a narcissist. You can't help a narcissist see that they're toxic, okay? That they're evil. In order for that to happen, it's going to take a narcissist to fall on their face. It's going to take a narcissist to get, well, some people do shoot at them. I'm just saying. Get knocked up beside the head, and just to be at the lowest of lows to realize that they are the common denominators. Okay? So I didn't come this far in life by trying to stay in toxic relationships. I'm not standing here telling you guys that I never been courted or so-called dated by a fake narcissist, meaning the person act like they liked me, but they had ill intentions. Because you might want to check my story out on my YouTube channel, Real Talk with Apostle Erica Monet Glenn. Scroll down to December 31st, 2025, and I talk about my story. There's 14 parts. Make sure you look at the titles and listen to every part in order so you won't miss a beat, okay? But at the end of the day, a lot of them were hired to come into my life due to something that family left me, which we call inheritance, okay? Due to what's that I'm entitled to. So people wanted to come in, send somebody in or whatever, just to try to get me off board, to get me off track. And one of the things about a narcissist, they would try to drive you crazy. That's the main thing, is for them to dismantle you mentally and psychologically and have you out here looking crazy. And then not only that, they know how to make you, how can I put it, respond in a way, and it seems like you're the aggressor, but really you're the victim. Who am I speaking to right now? So they try to turn it around and they say, oh, you see what I'm talking about? That person's mentally unstable. They're the violent ones. You see, they're the predator. I'm the victim in a situation. See, that's what narcissists do. But one of the things about me and the anointing of my life, I know how to dismantle you narcissists. And that's why a lot of you hate my guts to this day. But hey, if you're under the sound of my voice and you haven't met me yet, I'm pretty sure eventually God will bring me down your path. Just know, I already smell you and I haven't even seen you yet. Okay? So all in all, be safe out there, y'all. Again, be safe about who you allow to court you and who you decide to court. Because I talked about it yesterday in day 18 about the young lady who went on a blind date. She met a fella at a Mexican restaurant, okay? And somehow she lost her life. Meaning someone poisoned her food. And I'm pretty sure it's connected to the guy as well. So that's what I'm talking about, because some of these people will try to come in your life to take you out. So y'all be safe out there, okay? Y'all be real safe out there. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.